We are live again here in Ecuador. Today, I want to dedicate this live to Rosa Lastenia Campo Verde Canastra. Thank you for being there for me. I really wish you the best every day. So it's the end of the year. We're very close. And today's the 28th. Episode 63. Online Digital Education Mastery, coming at you Monday, December 28th. And today we're going to talk about Teacherpreneur psychology. How students decide to buy your mini course. So let me give you my full disclaimer. It's been a hell of a ride, but here it is. This is not get rich quick. It's never going to be a get rich quick program. If you're in a hurry to get scammed, you must go away now. I have a colleague, friend from South Africa. Today he posted on Facebook that, his Bitcoin group that he was investing in, and if I'm wrong, I apologize to you, Carell. But that, it became a scam, MTI or something like that. And, anybody who's trying to have or get instant gratification on the internet, looking for ways to make money, if it looks too good to be true, man, chances are it is. So again, I emphasize, if you're in a hurry to get scammed, you must go away, because this is not get rich quick. I only work with high value integrity educators or people in general. Okay. This online business model is organic, and it requires your commitment to start and grow your audience over 90 to 120 days every day for any shot of succeeding. And the reason why results vary, is due to how much work you actually model from this proven system. And I want to repeat that. Model from this proven system. And I say model because you're not copying success. You're not duplicating it in a sense where you're stealing somebody's information and using the very words and just putting everything out there the same way. You can model it, tweak it, change some things. So now you're trying to make it your own. But, when you model somebody else's success, chances are you're going to have the same success too. You can model what I'm doing. As long as you don't say you're ODE, as long as you don't say, you're a digital mastery group, online digital education. You get what I'm saying. A lot of people want to take a shortcut. So if you do the hard work, and model a proven system, chances are on your journey, you're going to find the success that you're looking for. So let me quote something that I like to say a lot, because Les Brown happens to be the one person that totally vibes with me in this sentence, and this comes from him. There is no secret for success. There is a system for success. Follow a proven system. You do it every day, consistently. You build your brand, and you do it ethically, and you do it providing high value, and you actually help the people that you're trying to help, your target audience. Chances are you're going to be successful. So the teacher psychology, or the Teacherpreneur psychology, how students decide to buy your mini course. Well, let's talk about that. Great teachers know that in order to persuade potential students to buy, their mini course, you must understand how students think. And because we're educators, we think we know this. But we really, on the psychology side, we really don't know. It's all about making students feel a certain emotion that will compel them to purchase your mini course. How often do you want to get inside the heads of your students? Chances are you want to do that every day. All educators want to know what makes their students tick. how they make their educational decisions. Figuring that out is a huge challenge. So this is especially true, all right, since every student is different, every student has their own likes, dislikes, values, motivations, dreams, and goals. Despite this challenge, educators go through great lengths to find out how their students make the decision to purchase a mini course. The whole branch of psychology is even dedicated to this subject. It's called behavioral economics. Let me give you some examples of behavioral economics. For example, playing sports. When basketball players are making several shots in a row, they feel like they have a hot hand. They can't miss. So that's behavioral economics. Taking an exam, for example. In case she does poorly, a student tells her friends that she barely reviewed an exam, even though she studied a lot. That's behaviors economics. 3, playing slots in a casino. When a gambler says, I can't stop the game when I win, or I can't quit when I want to at the roulette table or slot machines because, it doesn't stop. And lastly, let's talk about taking supplies from work. How many people have taken a pencil or stapler? A person is more likely to take pencils or a stapler home from work than the equivalent amount of money in cash. Yeah, they call that petty theft. And look, I've done that in the past. I've taken a marker, a pencil, a stapler, that is behavioral economics. So it really is fascinating subject once you start to dig into it. The student psychology, the student behavior, it's amazing once you start to learn or dive into that mentality a little bit deeper, right? So while the psychology of buying may sound intimidating at first, because people are fearful, people want to buy stuff, but then they get afraid that they're going to have to buy it or spend the money to buy it. You don't have to go out and get a degree in psychology to learn about why students buy the educational products that they do. So let's go over a few principles about student behavior that may help you when you're selling your own educational mini course products. You may find some of these facts to be quite intriguing. So let's talk about the long-term and the short-term student. Your students basically have 2 different ways of looking at purchasing decisions. One mindset looks at the long-term benefits, while the other looks at the short-term. So essentially, a long-term mindset is a planner. It focuses on longer-lasting benefits. So that makes sense. And then the short-term mindset, on the other hand, is the doer. It wants instant gratification. So you got long-term is a planner, short-term is a doer, instant gratification type of student mindset. A student who is merely learning about an educational product is thinking long-term. They're not ready to buy yet. They're just browsing. They're just looking through the catalog. They're feeling you out. They want to see if they vibe with you. If there's something there that's going to entice them to say, you know what, I want to learn with you. I want to buy your mini course. An actual student buyer, someone who wants to buy right now, is a doer, short-term mindset. They want instant gratification as quickly as possible. Okay, students have to juggle, with these 2 mindsets constantly. So figuring out how to satisfy the planner mindset while transitioning them into the doer mindset, that should be your goal as a teacherpreneur online. So let's talk about the core 3. The core 3 is something that, I learned with ClickFunnels, Russell Brunson's group. It's actually been written prior to Russell Brunson, but he brings it to light to me. This is how I learned it. But psychologists have determined that every person is pursuing one of 3 needs. And we all fall into these 3 needs: wealth, health, and relationships. And we're all trying to find fulfillment and happiness in those three categories, students as well. So once you know that students are looking for those things, your ability to sell them your mini course just became easier. Think about what your educational product offers, okay, in one of those three core markets. These areas may seem a bit broad to start off with, but you can niche down, okay, even further. So something that I talk about a lot, teachers niching down their educational experience, their teaching experience, their academic achievements, 21st century teacher niche guide. And this is just a 4-page PDF that I put together talking about how to niche your educational experience, your teaching experience, so that you can target the right student audience that you're looking to sell your niche mini course. So these areas, okay, within each category, they have a submarket. So, health, again, wealth, relationships, each one has a sub-market. In education, for example, there are some markets like science, math, arts and crafts. We got writing and content, social science, history, geography. They all fall under sub-markets of the education umbrella. And education may fall under relationships. Is it wealth? I guess it can be, but I don't think you're going to find your target audience there unless, again, your niche mini course is based on some high value wealth education. Health, yeah, it falls under that too, because how many people learn medicine, and within that realm of health, you can niche it down to many different levels, of submarkets or even niches, the cancer, nursing, pediatrician, surgery, what kind of surgery, heart surgery, so relationships with students, okay, and the teacher, right? You have to niche it down in one of those three core markets so that you can target your niche student audience. So as example, the core three submarkets in your niche, okay? You go one level further, okay? Narrow down the submarket and develop your educational niche. If your target, okay, or if you target your educational product to that niche, you'll see a lot more success. In other words, if you try to teach health as a broad subject, that's a lot of different areas that you can cover, and it's not going to be as successful. But if you take health and bring it down to nursing, and then what kind of nursing, medical assistant nursing, registered nursing, and whatever other kind of nursing there is, now you're going to find a target audience of students, and you probably will have better success at that because now you're in a focused niche, and you have a group of people who are interested in that education. You differentiate yourself from competitors, right? You carve out your own blue ocean in a broad ecosystem of student psychology. Okay, you want a blue ocean. Red ocean means you got everybody doing the same thing and they're chomping at the same piece of meat on the bone, and it becomes bloody. But when you have your own blue ocean, it's you. You've created a brand that you're attracting your target audience with that high value niche education. And the only thing that's left is for somebody else try to copy you unethically or model you ethically, and provide their niche within the same, broad subject. So all the while, you'll be helping students, okay, satisfy one of their basic needs. And that's a high value education online. This is the 21st century, guys, 20 years into this century, all right? And this pandemic, we've started to realize that transitioning as an online educator, Okay, it's a must. And if you're doing it the brick and mortar way, coming in online and then going on Zoom, excuse me, or Skype and all these things, and then trying to do the same, teach the same syllabus, and do things the same way, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna struggle because it's not the same mentality teaching online than it is brick and mortar. Now you're gonna be a pathfinder type of teacher. You got to try to find different ways, to give your students a 21st century education, okay, that is forward thinking. So you got three types of students. You got cold, warm, and hot students. Okay. Now, keep in mind, this is all about, the teacher mindset, how students decide to buy your mini course. So students make a decision by following a certain learning pathway, like most people do. Okay, that pathway goes like this: cognitive learning, constructivist learning, and then experiential learning. It's a beautiful thing. In cognitive learning mode, students try to learn all they can about the subject and reading about it. Watching movies, videos, talking to friends, reading reviews, and anything else that would relate to that. They're trying to make or take in as much information as possible. And nowadays, because it's online, that's what we do, right? We end up seeing and reading more and listening to more stuff. We got podcasts, we got videos. YouTube is like the king of videos for any kind of subject, So there's a lot. There's your cognitive learning mode. Now the constructivist learning, okay, that takes that information and applies it to their lives. So you went online, you looked at a video, or you read something, or you talked to friends about it, and then now you're going to apply that to your life. Okay, and they try to answer questions like, how would I personally benefit from this education? So this is how they start to think. This is how they do think. And you want to be able to nurture that, so that once you're able to understand them, they'll understand you, they'll resonate or vibe with your niche education, and they just might become a subscriber to your mini course. Now, finally, experiential learning is testing out and applying that information. So this would be where the student buys the educational mini course or gets a free high value lesson and uses it. Right. I highly recommend creating in your Facebook profile, a free high value lesson. Create 5 lesson plans, high value of your niche subject. Entice them, give them a reason to want to feel you out, see how you teach. If they resonate with you, are they on the same level with you? Do they feel comfortable? Can they trust you? So that when they get through this free 5 lesson plans, okay, they can say, you know what? I want to buy your 30-day mini course, which should be self-paced, educated, high value, okay, 4 units, 4 lesson plans per, so that's 16 lessons, with the accompanied video that explains the lesson plan. The lesson plan should be available to them in a PDF format that they can download and print out and use. Provide them with a 30-minute Zoom call or messenger call, free, included in the price, so that you can do some accountability checking, error checking, getting to know your student, they get to know you. And all you need is 100 students in your blue ocean at $97 a month. And you know what? Really, just like, think about that. A lot of teachers want to charge, ridiculous money. $100 an hour, $5 an hour, $10 an hour, $20 an hour. Doesn't matter. If you divide $97 into a 30-day period, that's 31 cents a day for a high-value education. right? You may think that's cheap, but it's not cheap to your student. It's $97. And what are you thinking about? Well, that's not enough money for me. Well, guess what? It is, because 100 students in a self-paced mini course, high value mini course at $97 a month, and you cap off at 100 students, really. That's six figures, people. That's $9,700 per month, being educated by you on your high value experience, high value academic, achievements. Somebody who they can say, wow, I learned a lot for $97. This is the beginning of your value ladder. Okay, this is where, once they complete your 30-day high value mini course, they're going to look at that and be like, wow, I really like this. What else does this teacher have to offer? Okay, this is where you come in and you have a 90-day course, maybe another high value course that you can charge a little bit more. So it's 3 months for one set price. I like to say $497. I like 97, and psychologically, it's a better number than 99. But $497. Got 100 students on a 90-day course at $497. You want to do the math with that? That's 90 days. 90 days. That's 18 cents a day for 90 days. And you get 100 students, that's more than six figures. So there's a lot of value here ascending, your online teacherpreneur business, educational niche business that benefits two people. It benefits, first of all, the students, because based, again, on your experience, teaching experience, your academic achievements, your knowledge on a particular niche subject that benefits students, they're going to love you for that. Secondly, it benefits you economically. You provide long-term sustainability doing what you love to do, and now you're growing, because now you're really impacting people. You're impacting students, and only at 100 at a time. So now you got two products, right? But you start off with a mini course, because a mini course is good enough, gives you time in this future, digital environment now, to focus more on what's valuable and more important to you, which is your family. Food, clothing, and shelter. Your family is all of that. Instead of the other way around, focusing on work and then your family. Well, no, now you have time to be more focused on your family, because you'll be able to now create, after 6 months, and you see that success growing with the 30-day mini course, now you start working on modeling your 90-day course, because you can. And when that one gets, on fire, catches on fire, and people are loving it, your students are loving it, now you go ahead and rename yourself as an academy and create your 6-month mini course. Again, ascending the value ladder. So you can have a 30-day, 90-day, 6-month, and then you can have a 1-year course if you want to go that deep as well. All providing high value at a number that 100 students can feel great about, and you can sustain yourself economically. So these steps, of the learning pathway go hand in hand with the temperature of the buyer. Your students. Students considered cold or simply learning from a distance. Hot students, or those who are ready to act. And warm, they're at the cusp. They're like, man, teeter-totter. I want it, I don't want it, I want it. With the effective cells, the task then becomes turning those cold students into hot ones. And that comes with earning trust, creating a community on your Facebook profile to be able to do that. All right. With the effective sales funnel concept, designed by ClickFunnels, the process of warming up buyers is quicker and easier than ever. This process involves offering smaller commitments up front so that students get more comfortable and trust you more. See that? If you provide a 30-day mini course, they will continue to want to know who you are. If you provide a 5-lesson plan free micro course, high value, they're certainly going to come and hang out with you and see what's going on. They like that. Okay? So this process involves offering smaller nuggets. Give them the small nuggets. Okay? And then as they continue along your sales funnel, they'll make bigger and bigger commitments. 30-day, okay, mini course, 90-day mini course, 6-month course, 1-year course. Okay? Look, this isn't something that has to happen over the space of days, weeks, or months. In fact, it can happen all in the same funnel within minutes of each other. It really can. ClickFunnels basically puts the warming up process into fast forward. The result is more students becoming hot and converting into paying customers, paying you to do what you love to do, which is educate and inspire at a high level. So let's talk about student quirks. Let's look at how students make purchasing decisions. Students are emotional. And while they may scoff at this characterization, okay, consumers, just like you and I, okay, we tend to use our emotions, okay, when making a purchase. Those emotions, okay, can come in a wide range from fear to pride to altruism. No matter what forms they come in, they often overrule logic. All right? Your students will try to back up, all right, their emotional decisions, again, making, facts, surrounding them with facts, right? Hopefully facts that you've supplied. But it still all comes down to emotions. They gotta love what you are offering. They gotta feel some kind of way, at an emotional level, to want to become part of your movement, your educational niche movement. And students respond to stories. This is very true, okay? So let's take 2 scenarios of businesses pushing similar products, okay? One is a faceless corporation simply pushing the item in a direct manner. The other is a smaller business, but one that features a human face and a relatable story with the item. Which scenario will be better to connect with the students? If you guess the second one, you're right. Put your face out there. Where am I? Right here, look. Put your face out there. That's me. Online digital education, ODE mastery. Okay? Put your face out there. Let them see who you are. Right? Chances are they're going to want to choose you. So you need to establish, okay, the emotional connection with the student. As mentioned above, students make purchasing decisions based on emotions. In the psychology of buying, this is called the epiphany bridge. Where the student has an emotional reaction to what you're telling them. Because you've been through it. You understand them. They understand you now because, you've been through what they're thinking, going through, or whatever, at an emotional level. Okay? And, everything that you're telling them just clicks with honesty, high ethics. All right? It leads them to move forward. And after crossing that bridge, they'll even use, that logic to justify their educational purchase. Yeah, I want to buy from this person now. So how do you craft a good epiphany bridge story? You follow the hero's 2 journeys outline. Right? I have that book. Okay, you can get that. Ask me for that book. It's DotCom Secrets. You have an Expert Secrets. And I believe in Traffic Secrets, they mention it. 3 very good books to help you understand and learn how to, create your business online using Facebook organically, using ClickFunnels. So in the Hero's 2 journey, stories are kept simple and they help build the rapport with the hero. You are the hero. They establish the hero's desire and the conflict they've overcome to reach it. Yeah, you can read more about the Epiphany Bridge and the Hero's 2 journeys in Expert Secrets. So you can put the idea into practice. Simply put, students respond more positively to stories. Make sure you're telling them one that they'll want to follow. Be honest, be legitimate with them. So students want to avoid loss. If there's one thing Students hate us losing money. Many would rather avoid losing it over actually gaining something. So this is something called, or this is sometimes called, loss aversion. We have a strong emotional attachment to loss and want to do anything we can to avoid it. A fear of loss also applies to missing out on opportunities, on missing out on your opportunity, or their opportunity to be in your mini course, to pay for your mini course. If we think that something is scarce, we have a natural tendency to want to act right away. So if you tell them, listen, this 30 days, $97, good for 1 month. Act now, or if the price is going to go up to, whatever, 1,000, they'll buy. If you implement scarcity as part of your teacher funnel, you're encouraging urgency on the part of the student. Limited time offers can be part of this strategy, or you could indicate an educational product will run out soon. Just like that. Students will want to jump on these chances to avoid missing out on a great deal. Hey, my 30-day mini course is available until the end of the month. After that, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it again. Students like to go with that flow. Okay? Many students like to think that they're unaffected by what everyone else thinks and does. But the truth is, everyone is feeling. Okay, everybody's feeling it the same way. If you're doing it, I want to do it. It's just human nature. I want to do it too because they're doing it. Well, students are the same. They love to follow the educational crowd. Okay, the more students that are doing it, okay, the more they want to be right there along with the rest. I want to do that too. Yeah. And you've been to school. You remember that when you followed the crowd, you were like, oh, what are they doing? I want to do that. That's why including student reviews, leveraging testimonials, and promoting educational products on social media channels can be so effective. It demonstrates that students aren't just buying an educational product, they're becoming part of a movement, your movement. So using psychology for teacherpreneur success. When looking at the psychology of buying, you can get a good sense of what drives your students. The concepts addressed above are only the tip of the iceberg. There's plenty more to discover if you want to look at it. ClickFunnels helps to leverage buyer psychology when helping you create your educational funnel. This ends up making more effective teacher funnels, meaning you get more sales. So what kind of things have you noticed about student behavior? How have you used these insights in selling your educational products? Let me know in the comments below. Because every Friday, until forever, we do the 8-week launch, free webinar, okay, for teachers, right, to learn how to do this. We hold your hand. And 688,000 teachers is my personal goal. So come join me and see why. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. You are truly magnificent. Have a great day.